What's going on, everyone? I'm Francois from Sony, and welcome to our YouTube headphone showcase, showcasing headphones that we have in our lineup right now. So we got a few different products that we're showcasing. I'm gonna be covering our InZone gaming headphones. Eric and Jeff are with me today, both Sony experts. And Eric, what are you gonna be covering for us today?
I'm going to be covering the earbuds. So these are going to be our wireless-free earbuds, and we've got quite a few models to talk about, and one in particular that's brand new, and I'll save that for you for a couple minutes here.
And don't forget, we are live right now. So I already see some people in the chat. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you, Steven, Kevin, Joey, everyone, Eric representing. Yeah, Eric is representing.
Those are my guys. Those are my community forum guys right there.
There we go, perfect.
Nice.
So yeah, make sure you, if you have any questions about any of the products we talk about today, make sure you put the question in the chat, or just let us know where you're checking in from. Where are you watching us live? And then we have Jeff. Jeff, what are you covering for us today?
Yeah, I get to cover some recently announced over-the-ear headphones. So we got some exciting stuff going on there. Thanks for having me.
Perfect. Yeah, thanks for joining me. So right off the bat, I'm going to jump into our InZone gaming headsets because, I mean, I'm a gamer myself, so these have really taken my gaming experience to the next level. So I have our H7s and our H9s. These are our H9s. Now, what's great about the H9s is it's taking all the best features that we had in our WH-1000XM5s for noise cancellation, and we're really putting it into our H9 headphones. So if you need that noise cancellation while you're gaming, this is a great gaming headset for you. I know it's good for me because I got 2 kids running around at home. I got a dog. When I jump into my gaming room, I want to have complete silence. So the H9s are perfect for me because of that noise cancellation and battery life. I'm like up to 32 hours of battery life on the H9s. Now, there's different headphones for different kind of gamers. Perhaps you game alone, maybe you're in an apartment. That's where the H7s are really great. So you do lose the noise cancellation, but you do gain battery life. So if we jump over to H7s right over here, you are gonna be gaining battery life, up to 40 hours of gaming. So I don't know how long your gaming sessions are, maybe on your YouTube live streams. You know that these are gonna last you all day.
Wow.
Yeah, and what's great about these two is the mic. And I know, Eric, you have some, your son has the H9s.
He does.
And this mic, the great thing about this mic before Eric jumps into his story is when it goes down, your chat is on. When it goes up, your chat is muted.
So I know the H9s, my son not only is into big gaming, but he's also into style of his gaming setup, right?
Absolutely.
He's YouTube living his own setup. Recently, shout out to my son Zach, he created his own gaming PC, and you know, so he has the PlayStation.
How old is he?
He just turned 14, so
he's building his own PC.
He's building his own empire, apparently. But one of the things that I noticed is his gaming headsets kept breaking, and we had to keep replacing them. Literally, he got one, you know, for Easter, one for Christmas. Like, I was like, what's going on here? And so he's heavy duty as far as the usage. He's not dainty with his, or he doesn't take, you know, the best care of it because he's gaming. He's getting upset.
Hey, sometimes you get frustrated.
Yeah,
I get it.
Chucking him around the room. You know, he's getting passionate. Yeah. But we got him the H9s, and a couple of the features that I noticed just right off the bat was the build quality is significantly better on these than some of the normal headsets that we had been purchasing for them. And it wasn't as if it was even that much more the price. I think today, you know, I noticed some pricing on these. $78 for the wired one was going on. You know, there was some sale pricing going on. And the H9s, even though we did spend a little bit more money, the premium, just look, if you look at these things, they're beautiful. They match his new gaming monitor. They match his all-white PC. They're impressive. Not only that, but the cups over the ears, they're super comfortable. I know one of the big things gamers sometimes complain about is just the ear fatigue, I think it's called, where you're wearing them, your ears get hot. I can tell you from experience having these on his head probably 80% of the day, which I'm trying to lower those numbers, but he's pretty intense with the gaming. They're very comfortable, and he gets a lot of use out of them.
And I love that you mentioned that, because for gamers that are doing these long game sessions, I don't have the pleasure to do as long as game sessions as I'd like anymore, but when I do get the privilege of gaming for a long time, how comfortable they are for long gaming sessions, 4, 5, 6 hours, I absolutely love it.
Or, since these also are great for the PlayStation, but PC streaming sessions.
Absolutely. So whether you're gaming on the PlayStation 5 or you're gaming on your PC, you're going to be having a great gamer headset for you. But one more on top of that, they do have Bluetooth connectivity as well. So if you have a phone or a tablet and have a third-party app on there, maybe a chat app, and you're gaming, you're able to communicate with that chat app and your game at the very same time. Or maybe you want to take a phone call while you're gaming. You don't want to get interrupted. I mean, I know a few times I've dropped the ball before I got these headphones. My wife would come to the door and she'd be like, well, where did you de-thaw the meat? And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, I called you and texted you. Well, I never got that, but with these headphones, I won't run into that problem
Guess
again.
what happens when you don't defrost the meat on time? You don't eat good for dinner.
Yeah,
It's
right.
very important, and I can attest to those phone calls that we've missed, because I send them to Zach all the time, and he's like, oh, I didn't hear the phone ringing.
Get it.
Now, one of the cool things about this is, okay, you've been getting calls, right? And you're sitting there, you're locked into your gaming console, just immersed in the experience that these are able to deliver. And your mom or dad has been calling you for dinner for a few hours. How do you think they're going to approach the bedroom when they're coming to get you, right?
They're coming in.
I'm kicking the door in. I'm like, dude, what the heck is going on? Yeah. And so immediately when he's startled to see that his dad is, a foot away from him, that he didn't expect me, he quickly takes advantage of the mic feature, where when you lift the mic up, it mutes the conversation, right? So now his homies in the chat don't have to hear him getting reamed out by his pops or by his mom. So it's definitely the mute functionality is a pretty cool functionality here to keep your private conversations private, if I can say it that way, and make sure you're still connected to all the action in the chat.
And the best thing about these headphones is the gaming headphones is that, well, we're really going to enhance your gaming experience, and we're going to make you a better gamer. And the reason why I say that is because my gaming, I'm a first-person shooter. I like to play all those shooting games on the consoles. But where it really enhanced my gaming performance is it has 360 sound, and you can really adjust the sound to your liking. So you can actually set and customize the sound with the in-zone hub. And for me, for hearing those little footsteps coming behind you, that is something that you need to have with a good pair of gaming headsets.
Yeah, you crank up that bass so you can hear those
Absolutely,
footsteps.
Jeff. The bass is cranked.
Hey, any edge.
Any edge you can get. So this, if you want to enhance your gaming experience, I know a lot of people at home, they might be just gaming from your TV sound. Once you have gaming headphones, it really, really changes things. I want to take a second to talk to the chat here, because we have Dennis that says, I love my H9s. Thanks, Dennis, for checking in. I love the chat. Keep the chat going here. We got Robert C. Commenting. We have someone that actually commented, I'm listening to this on my WH-1000XM4s. That's perfect. And the great thing about that is sound quality, and Sony is known for our sound quality. So when you get these gaming headphones, you're going to be at the top performing level of your gaming experience.
I see somebody talking about a phone, an Xperia phone that they're waiting for. A couple of people talking about Xperia phones in the chat. Joey B, shout out to Joey B. Joey B is coming to us in the chat from Puerto Rico. So we got a pretty nice audience out there. So we want to give him a quick shout out.
That Argentinian watching from Italy now.
Oh, wow.
Now that's worldwide right there.
I think we're doing big things.
Enjoying my
love it.
LinkBuds S.
I think we're doing big things right now.
Sam, I totally agree. We're killing it with our headphones that we have, but we're also killing it with our in-ear earbuds. And I know Eric would like to take some time to mention some of our fantastic earbud products that we have for you.
Absolutely. So one of the things is, before I go into a specific earbud, I know we talked about gaming headsets, and we're going to talk about over-the-head noise cancellation in a second. I want to land the point that these products are not coming to you from a company who simply is just making random products just to create more revenue streams. You're getting headphones which are delivering music, your favorite content, from a company who specializes in content creation. We have our own movie studio, we have our own music studios. Not like we're just renting them, right? These are world-renowned studios with some of the biggest and best artists ever to create music are under our umbrella of Sony quality and experience of doing these things on a professional level. And all of this professional experience, I think that's really the thing that separates us from the competition, trickle down into our consumer products. So that the pro experience, now you find them in the consumer products. So you're gonna get that sound quality, you're gonna get those key features that a lot of you are already talking about in the chat. And I wanna kick off my first pair here, and these are the LinkBuds. And hopefully you all are familiar with the LinkBuds. You'll notice here they have a unique design. This is called the open ear design, and basically I have the black ones in my hand, and this design allows you to always be connected. I see people all the time. I live in the city in New York, and I see people with one bud in and the other one out. And I never could figure out what was up with those. They got the little weird stick hanging from the ear, and it really looks sexy to me. We wear nice suits. I don't want a little thing hanging out my ear looking like there's something. I left the Q-tip in a little too long. But the fact here is the LinkBuds S, the LinkBuds, I'll get to the S in a second, have this unique design. They fit not in your ear, but it's almost like they rest on top of the ear.
Super comfortable.
And they're super light.
Light, but better for me was based on my ear's shape. I almost don't realize when I'm wearing these, and I don't have the need to pull one in and out. And I just found out from my son, I'm like, why do you guys do that? It looks so silly. And he's like, no, Dad, I want to be able to hear if you're calling or hear what's going on around me, but also listen to my music or be available for my phone call. And I'm like, why don't you just put the LinkBuds on? These are gonna allow you to do both at the same time in stereo, so you can get the best experience, whether it's connected here with the people around you, or whether you're connected virtually with your games or with your phone calls, so on and so forth.
And Eric, I love those because the open ear concept, I'm an active guy. I like going outside for late night runs. I like to go mountain biking. I like snowboarding. So to be able to hear my environment around me is great. So when I'm going for late night runs, I'm not getting hit by a car. I hear the environment around me all the time, but I still get the pleasure of listening to my favorite playlists and podcast while I'm on the go, and I can still hear everything that's going on. Honestly, you have to really try them to be able to experience them. We could talk all about how great the ambient feature is, but until you actually get to try them yourself, it's really a game changer. But if you're looking for not only the ambient noise and you're looking for some noise cancellation, Eric has a great product for you.
I do. Now, before I show you the LinkBuds S model, and I know a few of you are blowing up the chat because you already own a pair of these, I do want to get Jeff's quick take on the LinkBuds, because I know that even though these came out, Jeff still has a preference to the original LinkBuds, and I want to hear kind of what's the reason why you haven't necessarily switched yet.
So we're in stores a lot, so we need to be aware people are asking us questions. This lets me stay connected to everything that's on my phone, but still answer questions. Like, honestly, when I first got them, I wasn't sure. It seemed like a gimmick, whatever, but like, I legit use these every day. Like, legitimate, around the house, at work. They are my go-to. They're in my pocket. I always forget they're in my ears too, because they're so light and comfortable.
Now, I've been trying to sell my wife, or originally when those came out, I was trying to sell my wife on them. The fit, because they are a little bit of a harder material, wasn't necessarily good for her ear. So I'm really happy that Sony came out with the LinkBuds S model, because these are a smaller, just footprint.
And they come with several different tips.
Yeah, they come with the different tips. They're a different footprint. I'm gonna take mine out of the ear for a second, just so you guys can get a visual of them in my hand, so you can see how small they are. Also how lightweight, it's almost as if you don't have anything in your hand.
And let's see them, even when you put them in, they're
Yeah,
very,
you know what?
They kind of blend in.
I've seen a lot of comments on different forums about, how do they, I don't know how to put them in. We even have videos here on YouTube teaching you how to wear these, how to properly insert them. So I'll just do one here. I usually just grab the top and bottom, and I'll turn here, and I put them right into my ear. These are gonna go into your ear, unlike the LinkBud original, and then I give them like a little twist. It's almost like you're locking them in. And once I get them in here, I've had these on for the entire live stream.
Speaking of that, like every time I've seen you're
have
wearing
those in.
these
Yeah,
in.
honestly,
Yeah.
every time.
So one of the features about these that I really love is the LinkBuds. Those I have to stay totally connected to everything around me.
Yeah.
So whereas those are great in certain scenarios, if I'm at the bowling alley where there's a lot of ambient noise in the background, it tends to drown out, my music unless I'm blasting my music. And some people say, oh, these are not good. No, they're just designed for a specific
use case,
right? At home, so you can stay locked in, hear the kids calling you from upstairs, the baby crying, somebody ringing the front doorbell. So there's a tremendous use case for these. But where the LinkBud S model really differentiate themselves is I have the flexibility. You pay a little bit more, you get a little bit more flexibility and performance, where I can simply touch my left ear pad, and I'll do it now. And now I can barely hear I can't hear any ambient noise. It almost feels a little bit creepy as I'm talking inside of a tunnel, because it's blocking everything out. I know I'm speaking because I can see my mouth moving, but I'm totally disconnected, which is great if I want to listen to music. If I don't want to hear the loud over the air noise in a bowling alley or in an airport, but then when I want to get connected again, I simply tap that left ear again. Back fully open ear concept. So it's a unique pair of headphones in that it's very flexible, gives me noise cancellation when I need it, gives me full ambient connectivity when I need it, gives me a little bit of both.
Yep.
And they're small, lightweight, portable, and you'll notice they also come with a charging case, same as the LinkBud, the original LinkBud. And these charging cases allow you to have them out on the go. And when you notice your earbuds are running out of gas, you pop them in the case when you're not using them, and they can recharge. Some of these getting as high up as 17 to 20 to 30, depending on whether the noise cancellation is on or off. Battery life, so they're significant, and I have them all the time.
Yeah, the LinkBuds S, just for everyone to know, they're IPX4 rated as well. So if you're going out, there's moisture, there's snow, you don't have to worry about wrecking your earbuds. Also 5.5 hours of battery life, up to 5.5 hours of battery life. And with the case, just like you said, up to 17.5 hours of battery life. But I want to check out the chat here because we do have some
before
fans.
you do that, there's one thing I do want to share with the LinkBuds S.
Yeah.
Sony has released an Earth edition,
yes.
an Earth Blue edition, that if you haven't seen how those things look, they are fire. But what's cool about those is they're actually made using recovered recycled plastics and water bottles, recovered recycled water bottles. So good for you, good for the environment, and they look sick.
Yeah, just like you've noticed with a lot of our new packaging for our Sony products, we are very environmentally cautious, and we are trying to reduce our environmental footprint.
What do we call it? Road to zero, right?
Road to
Road to
zero.
zero.
And that's not only with our earbuds, it's with our televisions, literally with everything we make.
Yeah.
We're making a significant investment on not only delivering performance, but also making sure we're taking care of the environment, which is tremendous. Kudos to the brand for definitely taking that seriously. So
Yeah.
Check out those Earth Blue. They're
And I just want to mention the chat because we do have the chat going on right now, and the chat is great. So keep throwing your comments in there. Joey B, LinkBuds S with the foam tips is a game changer for me. Absolutely, I completely agree. And different size tips for different sized ears, which really makes the LinkBuds S's fantastic. We got Dennis Serling. I can wear my LinkBuds all day, taking calls and listening to everything around me. That's absolutely right. Like Jeff had mentioned, we go to stores a lot. We talk to people. You can have a conference call going on, and you can walk into the store, and as somebody starts to talk to you, not only can you listen to your conference call, but you can also have a conversation with anyone in the store.
great point.
Moving on from the LinkBuds.
Before we do that, I just saw a great question or recommendation in the chat. So first off, Joey says that the foam tips on the LinkBuds S is a game changer for him. I'd agree, Joey. Thank you for that input. Someone else asked for, what about bringing wireless charging to these headphones? That'll be a pretty cool thing. Listen, know that we're always looking to enhance our products for our customers, so that's a great recommendation.
We do have a pair that has wireless
Actually,
charging, though.
shout out to Joey again for clearly answering that. It says you want wireless charging.
He's
The
setting us up.
WF-1000X Mark IVs is what you should be looking for from a convenience standpoint.
And
we go.
Scott is saying the WF-1000XM4s are the best headphones.
So before we get to the WF, wireless free is what it stands for those you don't know, 1000X Mark IV, I do want to highlight the newest addition to the family, and you guys can help me. The model on these are the 700, what is
CF700.
CF700. I'll put these up right in front of me here. And what you want to know about the CF700 is...
And make sure to add that N, because the N is for...
Noise cancellation.
Noise cancellation, but it's also the new...
the new.
The new reigning heavyweight, actually lightweight champion
champion
of the world.
So for those who don't know, these are now the world's lightest
There you
noise
go.
canceling earbud on the market today.
Yes, the LinkBuds S's used to have that
The
title.
LinkBuds S's used to have
and
that title.
we just learned that these are now the new title holders. So
Yeah.
we're excited about them. Super lightweight. Also, again, noise cancellation. You're going to get great battery life. You have the charging case. Check them out if you guys haven't already seen them. There's links in our chats. There's links, in the description of the live stream. You can check out to go to our D2C channels. So you can, if you're interested in looking at or purchasing or getting more information on these products, knock yourself out. But I just wanted to make sure you guys knew we had a new, and these are all being charged by the USB-C charging. So very convenient charging there. And I think this is the moment some of you have been waiting for. But and I used to say these were the best, and I can agree with some of the people in the chat that call these the best. What I've learned is that we have a few best models, but they really depend on use case, right?
Absolutely.
So just to give you guys the recap, if you want to stay connected, if you want to get great stereo sound, and still be connected to the environment around you so you can stay safe. You can hear the horns of a car honking, or if somebody's rolling up behind you trying to sneak up on you in a late night as you're going for a walk. Definitely I would consider the best the LinkBuds original model, because why? They give you that open ear concept. You're always connected. If you want the flexibility of noise cancellation but still love the ambient sound, you got these puppies, the LinkBuds S model that I use all the time. I would call those the best for that type of user. And if you're just looking for hands down the best sound quality from a bud, right? These have our biggest drivers and best noise cancellation in our buds. You're definitely going to want to pick
I
yourself
am always
up.
impressed with the bass of these things. Every time I put them in, man.
Tremendous.
And we are all about that bass.
And I just want to mention it here because it is coming up in our chat from All You Can Drone. So everyone's ears are different, right? So with the WF-1000XM4, yes, they are a little bit larger because it does have a larger driver, like Eric said. And All You Can Drone says the size of the LinkBuds are great because the WF-1000XM4s are a little too big for him. So you can see the size difference here. So depending on your ear size, there might be a better bud for you. But yeah, definitely with that larger driver of the 1000XM4s, that noise cancellation and that bass can't be beat.
I'm going to put these in too, because I know that we've made some YouTube videos about how to properly put these again. Same concept. I usually grab mine, using these two fingers here, one on the top, one on the bottom, just for support. And I get them into the ear, and then it's kind of like a left to right twist until you get them in securely.
Yep.
And they are definitely a little larger. They stick out a little bit more.
They still look great.
I think they look super premium, especially in this black color.
Yeah.
They match
Looks good with a suit
They match my
jacket.
suit
Yeah, they
jacket,
do.
right? Again, instead of the broken Q-tip look, I think this is a much more
Clean. It's
sophisticated,
clean.
much
Oh,
more
sophisticated. I
look,
like that. That's it.
much more professional look, and they're not even comparable when it comes to sound quality.
Well said.
The drivers on these give me bass that for me feels like the average over the ear. And that's the reason why for years I never went with a bud, because I said, I'm not gonna diminish my sound quality just for the convenience of buds. Now you don't have to. These are legit the best sounding earbud I've ever heard. And now they're paired with the top noise cancellation technology that we're known for. And you know, you have the charging case. Even the portability of this unit goes, I wanna say, can get up to 24 hours battery life. And I think that's with noise cancellation on. When you turn noise cancellation off, you can go up to like 36 hours, something absurd. So you're talking days when you have your charger and your earbuds, giving you a tremendous value in such a great earbud. So
so just to clarify just a little bit, so up to 8 hours with noise cancellation on, which is pretty much
that's a day.
A good part of your day.
That's a work day, right?
Yeah, and then with the case, up to the 24 hours.
Correct.
So that is amazing. Now, I get a lot of comments, especially when we're in stores, we're talking to even my friends. A lot of people just don't even like the earbuds, the way they feel. So we have some great options for over-the-ear headphones as well. And I know Jeff has brought some of his headphones that he wants to talk about. So Jeff, let us know what you have to show our YouTube audience today.
Yeah, we're gonna get into one of my favorite categories, which is the baller on the budget category. We'll talk about the Mark Vs in a little bit here, but we just introduced some exciting new baller on a budget category headphones. These are the WH-CH720Ns, right?
yes.
Check
yes,
me.
You're
Yeah,
good.
I got it right. So these have noise canceling. They're the Sony's lightest over-the-ear headphones with noise canceling. So you have no problems wearing these all day. 35 hours of battery life, a quick charge if you need to top off really quick. They have multi-point connection, which if you're not using multi-point, you need to get on this now. We have so many different devices these days. So we're using tablets, phones, work phones. So I'm constantly jumping from device to device. With multi-point, I'm gonna be able to hop to where my audio is. So I'm watching a video on my phone, audio's there. I get pinged on my laptop for an email. I hear it. It knows where to put my audio. And this is without me going in hunting into menu systems. So anything that makes my life easier. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point, Jeff, because even with some of the buds, I forgot to mention that multi-point feature is also available. One of the big conveniences for multi-point for me is I get a phone call, right? My wife or the kids are calling me from school. Bam, I'm talking to them. The minute the phone call hangs up, I'm back connected to my conference call seamlessly, and I don't miss a beat.
I love that.
So you definitely nailed a big, I never knew I needed it, to your point.
I'm the same way.
And now that I've gotten those updates on my on the buds that I had, they've recently, a bunch of them been updated to include this feature. If you took it away from me, I'd lose it.
You know, the big thing about that too, especially when I have my buds on, because again, you forget they're really even in there because they're so lightweight. When I go to my car, right? When I go to my car, it's seamless from me talking on the phone, jump on my car, connects to another Bluetooth device. Really, really helpful.
Yep. And so the other headphones we recently talked about, we recently announced, are the WH-CH520s. Now, they don't have noise canceling, but they're super light and have amazing.
Oh, I love that white color.
Yeah,
like
that
the multiple
white,
colors.
That's
you can
the
get with
first
that.
time I'm seeing that right now. That looks great. So you can get up to 50 hours of battery life. That's a couple days. That's a lot of days. Math.
For someone who
I'm not here
forgets
for
to
my math
charge
skills.
everything, like that's a good headphone for me.
You're not missing on any of our like major features either. So these guys use 360 reality audio, which is something that Sony has developed to really immerse you in music. So you're gonna feel like you're kind of in the middle of the concert, and you're getting those even in these guys. What do you think about that?
I agree.
Yeah, for those who don't know, 360 reality audio is available through our Headphone Connect app, so make sure you download the Headphone Connect app. It's really cool how we use this feature too. We're gonna take photos of your ear to be able to maximize the quality for you specifically. And then this is available on some premium streaming platforms. So Eric has just brought it up here, if we can just get a close-up. I know the lighting's not great here, but it's the Headphone Connect app, both available for iOS or Android devices.
So one of the things, and I'm happy we had that, you brought that up, Jeff. The Headphone Connect app allows for a customization that no other company is really giving you in this depth. If I go to, the first screen here tells me how much percentage battery life my earbuds have.
Yeah.
The left ear, for example, right now, I'm at 85%. My right ear is currently at 82%. The Headphone Connect app for our Sony headphones tells me how much charge I have in the case. I'm 56% on the case. So I know I got to get the case charged so that when I go out on a long trip, everything kind of comes together and I'm not running out of gas. Not only that, that's our status screen, but you click on sound, it allows you to change the different levels of ambient noise that you allow in. So I can go into my Headphone Connect app, instead of just going on, no noise, and off all the noise, right? I can go and switch from 1 to 20 levels to let more in depending on the activity that I'm using. Or you can really be a power user like my guy Francois, and he has his setup so that when he's at the gym on the treadmill and he's running, like he was at 5 a.m. this morning, I think, he's an animal, it gives him a certain type of noise cancellation so he can get locked in his playlist. The minute he stepped off, he shows me his phone. It now sees that his activities change. He's programmed them to really change based on his activity. So now he's pumping the iron, right? Doing his bicep curls. He has a little bit of ambient noise that he can hear. How do I know? Because now when I say, hey, pass me the 25s or the 35s, he can hear me instead of me talking to myself. So there's some really cool connectivity and functionality that's built into the app that not a lot of people know about. I want to make sure you guys know. Download that Headphone Connect app, get all that you're paying for, and you'll see a tremendous value in a bunch of our headphones.
And just to clarify, all our headphones work without the app. So if you don't want to use the app, you don't have to. But honestly, you're going to unlock so many more features that are just going to enhance your experience, whether you're buying our earbuds or over-the-ear headphones. It's really going to enhance your experience. And to your point of at the gym going from noise cancellation to non-noise cancellation, I just pressed it in the app that I wanted it to do that. So when my movement went, it would go to ambient sound mode so I could hear my environment. But when I was stationary, even if I'm stationary running in one spot, it would go to noise cancellation. I didn't have to press anything else. The app took care of that all, and it showed, so it doesn't matter. I didn't have to say, hey, I'm on the treadmill. The app just knew that I was in one spot, and it put me into noise cancellation. And then as soon as I start the movement, then the ambient noise, the ambient feature kicks in, and then I'm able to have conversations with other people.
Nice.
Somebody asked if you can connect these with your gaming consoles. These are Bluetooth, so you can connect via Bluetooth with anything that accepts a Bluetooth connection. So the answer is yes. One of the things I see there in the chat, I never own any Sony earbuds, but they seem to look better than other competitor models. I absolutely love the different, styles that we have, again, depending on use case. So definitely a good call out.
Yeah, and just to go to gaming, because I'm a big gamer, I know you don't game that much. The PS5 does not support Bluetooth connection to headphones, but we have these in-zone.
Correct.
In-zone, we have the USB
With the dongle.
with the dongle. You can plug it in.
Good call.
But you can use your headphones on a computer that has Bluetooth, but you're not going to be able to use the chat functionality necessarily. So your best bet, if you're looking for a gaming headset, our in-zone brand is what you want to get. You want to get our H9s or H7s because honestly, they're going to be a game changer for you on your PS5 or on your PC.
And on your mobile device, because I think, I don't know if we mentioned that.
Bluetooth.
My son does the, what is it called, the Discord, and he also does the PC at the same time.
Yeah.
And he's locked and loaded. And if you didn't know how to do it, there's actually a video on YouTube of yours truly teaching you how to connect this to your PC or your gaming console and to your phone or mobile device or tablet for Bluetooth, so you can have that multi-connection flexibility.
I love that shameless plug there, E.
I had to.
Let me pound on that.
I got you.
There is one more headphone set I do want to talk about briefly, and that is our WH-1000 X Mark Vs. These are the bad boys. These are the guys you take. So when I'm traveling, when I'm on the plane, these are the guys I take. Super lightweight, super comfortable. Touch controls make everything easy. Our best noise canceling, amazing sound quality, and they've been out a while, and it's one thing to hear me talking about this, but just go check out some YouTube reviews on this. Go check them out. I know you're not gonna find a single negative one. People love these things. We just announced them in a midnight blue color, which is fire. So go get that midnight blue.
And then the other part I want to mention, I see this in the chat here. Joey B, thanks so much for being so active on our chat.
We need to hire this man immediately.
He says, speak to chat is brilliant. And I completely agree. So if you do not want let's say when you're walking and stuff, and you only want your noise cancellation to go to ambient sound when you speak, we have that feature in some of our headphones and earbuds as well. So Jeff, you were just talking about the WH-1000XM5s. This is a feature that's in them. As soon as you start walking and chatting, you don't have to walk, but as soon as you start to speak, I
can do two things at once.
I like to walk and chat at the same time.
I like to walk and talk. So as soon as you start speaking, your ambient noise will go on, and you can completely customize this in the chat for how long. But once you stop talking, then it will go back to your noise cancellation. So a great use case for this is on the plane. I'm on the plane and the stewardess comes by. All I gotta do is start talking, my ambient noise will come on, and then I'm able to have a conversation. And then after that conversation, it will go back to my noise canceling to really give me the best experience.
That's a great feature when you want to order a drink, right? On
Absolutely.
The plane, instead of having to take your headphone and mess your hair up and lounge it up here.
I don't want to mess this hair up.
You don't, clearly. And I think, and that's a feature that you're talking about, Speak to Chat. You can enable or disable, again, via the Headphone Connect app, because there are some times, if you're like me and you like to sing along with your favorite artist, where you're going to want to disable that feature. I've used this firsthand.
This is true.
And I've been, jamming along to a track at the gym, but every time I like belted out a tune, they cut off, and because I forgot to disable that feature.
Right.
So there are places on a plane where you want to definitely go for that. And when you feel yourself getting the urge to channel your inner Mariah, you want to make sure you can disable that so you're not disrupting your listening experience.
Well, and if you are that type of user, they have what's called quick attention. Hold your hand over the ear cup, and it's going to turn on ambient so you can hear and interact around you. I use this when I'm out and about at a coffee shop, to make my order. You just hold it right here. It's super convenient, but I love Speak to Chat too. I'm not a virtuoso like my boy E here, but I like to use both. So,
and that's a reason why I think all of you out there don't put yourself in a box that, hey, if I'm buying a headphone, I can only get one. My recommendation is, if you're, I use, when I'm walking through the gates of the airport, I had to travel to come out here, I'm using my LinkBuds or LinkBuds S, so that I have access to ambient sound. I can hear the gate and the terminal changes and all those things, right? Pre-boarding and starting, and I'm connected. The minute I sit in my seat and I'm closing my goodbye, or I'll talk to you later phone call with my wife or with the kids, then I immediately put the LinkBuds in the case, put them in my pocket, and then I engage my 1000 Mark V's over the head. And that way I know I'm going up. I'm gonna make sure my pressure is perfect. I cancel out all the cabin pressure and all those things that are gonna disrupt me during the flight, so I don't wake up with a headache when I wake up from my little nap. And I'm gonna enjoy my music, my entertainment, and then boom, once we land, I take them off because I personally don't like running around with something on my hair and messing me up. I put those away back in the beautiful case, then back to my buds, and so I use them for different use cases. So don't just lock yourself into one. You'll find a bunch of uses for all of them.
Absolutely. So I appreciate everybody in the chat. I know we didn't get to everyone. I just want to shout out a few more people before we wrap up here. We have Joey B saying CH720N design looks sleek. Absolutely. I love those white ones. And those are amazing. And then we also have another comment here by Eager Snake. The level of customization we have for how we move so the headphones can adapt and react is really stellar. Absolutely. Everything I just mentioned, amazingly stellar. So we have all these headphones available on our Sony store. Click the link in the description down below. We also have a bunch of YouTube videos that you may have seen us in, so make sure you subscribe to our Sony Electronics YouTube page because we have more videos to come.
Hit that bell as well.
Hit that bell for notifications. Plus we do live streams every single month, so make sure you're locked in. But I just want to take this time to thank Eric and to thank Jeff, our Sony experts. And
can I thank you guys that are out there in the chat,
you stole it from
making
me.
this such an well, it's been such an engaging session.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to say, you know, we recently did another session, but the YouTube audience here is
amazing,
totally rocking.
Absolutely,
it made this time fly by, and I want to give a shameless shout out to all the homies from the Sony Community Forum because a lot of you are in this chat. These are people who kind of promote products or even tell us things we need to change and fix about products. So we always appreciate good feedback, whether it's positive or developmental feedback for products. We take it very seriously. We value everything you guys say as customers. So it's very helpful and it does go into the planning process for new products. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much.
So that's it for us. I've been Francois from Sony. This has been Eric and Jeff, and we'll see you in the next live stream.